Namaste and welcome to this Hatha yoga practice to greet the day. We'll begin in a comfortable seat to invite you to come down to the ground. You don't need any props, only those that you know you love to practice with. So I've got my blocks today. When you're ready, allowing your seat bones to ground down as you sit up nice and tall, rolling the shoulders towards the ears, and then let's ground them back and down, snuggling them behind the heart space. When you're ready, closing your eyes. And as always, taking 3 breaths together, inhaling through the nostrils and exhaling out of the mouth. Awesome. Twice more. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Let's make this final breath the deepest one you've taken all day. And maybe giving a sigh as you exhale. And I invite you to just drop everything, leave everything to one side. Drawing all of your awareness into this present moment, into this practice for the next 20-25 minutes. And then you have the choice whether you want to pick up those things again. Maybe we just leave them and let them go. I invite you to begin lengthening and deepening the breath. Inhaling and exhaling through your nostrils. Perhaps imagining like you're sending your breath out of the mouth, but doing so with your eyes closed. So you might begin to hear kind of gentle ocean sound. That's our ujjayi breath. And if at any point that begins to feel restrictive, and I invite you to allow your breath to feel natural and normal to you. When you're ready, we'll go ahead and blink, open the eyes. And let's begin to marry that movement between our breath and our movement of our bodies. So we'll bring the arms down alongside the body to begin with. We'll inhale to bring the arms up overhead. Let's bring the palms together and lift your gaze towards your thumbs. As you exhale, let's bring our thumbs down to meet our heart space. We'll inhale to dive the fingertips forward, up and back, again following with your gaze. Exhale, separating the palms, bringing the hands down towards the ground. Twice more. Inhaling to lift the arms, lift the gaze. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale to dive fingertips forward, up and back. And exhale, bringing the fingertips down to the ground. Last time. Inhale to sweep the arms out and up, bringing them together. Exhale, hands to heart, sternum lifting towards thumbs. Inhale to dive the fingertips forward, up and back. And exhale, separating the hands, bringing the fingertips down to the ground. We'll inhale, one last time. We'll bring the arms up, palms facing each other. And this time we're going to exhale to turn to the right. We'll bring our hands down. So we're now coming into a twist. Our left hand is on our right knee. Our right hand is on the ground, looking over our right shoulder. Take one more cycle of breath here. Wonderful. Inhale, bringing the body back to center, the arms overhead, space between the palms. And we'll exhale to twist to the left. We'll bring the hands down. So right hand, left knee, left hand on the mat. Looking over your left shoulder. One last cycle of breath. Inhale, bring the body back to center, arms overhead. Then we'll exhale to bring the hands down. Let's come forward onto all fours. Move my block out of the way. So my wrists are underneath my shoulders, my knees are underneath my hips. To come into a cat and cow pose. So we'll inhale to lower the belly and lift the gaze. And as we exhale, we'll tuck the pelvis, shoulder blades towards the ceiling, chin towards chest. Inhale, again lowering the belly, lifting the gaze. And exhale, tucking the tailbone, rounding through the spine, chin towards chest. Last time with your breath. This time as you inhale, we'll come to our tabletop. Then as we exhale, we'll tuck our toes, we'll lift our hips, downward facing dog, and invite you to pedal out through the heels here. So bending one knee, straightening the other, and alternating. Feeling a nice big stretch down the backs of the legs, the head and necks, relaxing between the upper arms. Then I'll invite you to ground the heels, finding some stillness. We're going to make our way to Anjali Asana now. So we're going to ground the right heel. We're going to lift the left leg, lift it up towards the ceiling. Then as we exhale, we're going to bend the knee, bring the knee in towards the chest, and then plant your left foot in between your hands. We're going to ground at the back knee, so the right knee's on the ground. You can bring your right hand to the mat, or if you like, you can bring it to a block. We'll inhale to reach the left arm forward and up, and follow with your gaze. As you exhale, bring the left hand back behind you and then all the way down, so making nice big circles with the arm. One more time. We'll inhale, left fingertips forward and up. Exhale, back and down. This time as we inhale, we'll reach forward and up. Lots of options. The first one, you might stay here, lifting your gaze up towards your top hand. Another option, maybe you bend the elbow and bring your hand to your knee, pressing your hand into your knee to help you in your twist. Last option is to send your left arm out behind you. Bend the right leg so your foot meets your hand. Nice open chest here. Let's take one last cycle of breath wherever you are. Beautiful. We'll inhale to lift the left arm up towards the ceiling, and exhale, bringing the left hand down to the mat, bringing the right hand down as well. We'll lift the back knee and we'll step the left foot next to the right. So we're coming back into our downward facing dog. Again, you might like to pedal out through the heels. And now we're going to ground the left foot, lift the right leg up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, bending the right knee, stepping the right foot in between the hands, grounding your left knee, again, option to use a block. We'll inhale to reach the right fingertips forward and up. And exhale, back and down. Once more, inhale forward and up, making nice big circles. Exhale, back and down. This time we'll inhale forward and up, option to hold here. Nice big twist, or you can bend your elbow, bring the right hand to your right knee, or sending the right arm out behind you, catching the left toes. One last cycle of breath here. Awesome. We'll inhale, planting the back foot if it was lifted, right arm up, and then we'll exhale and bring the hand down to the mat. Left hand down to the mat as well. We're going to come forward into a forward fold. So we're going to lift the back knee, set the back foot to meet the front. Padahastasana. We'll inhale to lift halfway, so bringing the hands to the shins, nice flat back, nice long neck, and exhale to fold forward. Inhale to bend the knee, sweep the arms out to the side and up. And exhale, lowering the arms down. Inhale, sweeping the arms out and up. Exhale, navel drawing in as we come back into our forward fold, head and neck relaxing. As we inhale, we're going to lift into chair, so we're going to have a big bend in the knees, lowering the hips, belly lifting off of the thighs, arms towards the ears, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we sweep the arms out and up as we lift to stand. And exhale, lowering the arms down alongside the body, palms facing into Tadasana. Let's do that one more time. Inhale to sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, bending the knees as much as you need to, forward fold. Inhale into chair, Utkatasana, lowering the hips and lifting the arms, tucking tailbone, shoulders down. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reaching the arms out and up as we stand. And exhale, lowering the arms, palms facing forward, close the eyes. And take a couple of breaths here in your Tadasana, your mountain pose. So we can feel a lifting current of energy in the front of the body, a grounding kind of energy in the back of the body. So the shoulder blades are down, the knees are bent, soles of the feet, all four corners rooting down. Chest lifted, heart open. Wonderful. When you're ready, we'll blink open the eyes. We're going to step our right foot back. So we're coming into warrior one. So our right foot steps back. We're coming to bring the right foot out slightly. So it's anywhere between like 30, 45 degrees. The left hip comes back as the right hip comes forward. So we're squaring our hips roughly to the top edge of the mat. And you can separate your feet and give yourself some space if you need to make your hips feel a bit more comfortable. Bending into that front knee. We're going to inhale the arms out and up to the sides. So palms facing each other. This is our Virabhadrasana one. And as you exhale, you're going to hinge forward from the hips. We're going to bring the arms out to the sides and down. Option one is to bring the hands kind of alongside the hips, or you can bring the hands all the way down to the ground. We'll inhale to rise back up, lifting into warrior one. We're going to keep the knee bent, the front knee bent the entire time. Exhale, navel drawing in and folding forward. We'll do that one more time dynamically. So nice, strong, firm legs, feet rounding down, lifting. And exhale, navel drawing in as we fold. On this inhale, we're going to lift and hold our warrior one. So options for the arms, you might imagine you're holding a big beach ball overhead. Shoulders are away from the ears. Another option is to bring the hands together. You might like to lift your gaze towards your thumbs. If that feels comfortable in your neck and you can still feel your breath flowing freely. Or you might like to slide your prayer hands down to your heart. Let's take one more cycle of breath here. Beautiful. And from our warrior one, we're going to open to warrior two. So we're going to bring our left hand forward, our right hand back. We're going to open our heart and our hips to that long side of the mat. We're going to shift that back foot so it's in line with the back edge of the mat. So you're going to give yourself some space here between your feet. Again, bending into that left knee. As you inhale, we're going to straighten the front leg, that left leg. We're going to bring the hands together overhead. And exhale back to warrior two, bending into that front knee, lowering the hips, pinky fingers back. One more time, inhaling to straighten the left leg, arms together overhead. Exhale, warrior two, and holding here. So again, nice, strong, firm foundation. You feel the outer edge of that back foot pressing down into the earth. One more breath here. On your next inhale, we'll straighten the front leg. We'll exhale to bring the arms in. We'll step that back foot to meet the front. Maybe pedaling out, shaking off. We'll do the same on the other side. So beginning with our warrior one, our right foot stays where it is. We're going to step our left foot back. And again, finding that 30 to 45 degree angle with that left foot. Squaring the hips to the long edge, short edge of the mat. So right hip back, left hip forward, bending into that right knee. We're going to inhale to lift the arms, warrior one. And exhale, hinging forward from the hips. Maybe, again, hands either side of the hips or they come down to the ground. We inhale to lift the body and lift the arms. And exhale, folding forward. Beautiful, we'll do that one last time, flowing with your breath. Remember to keep that right knee bent and the hips squared as much as they can towards the front of the mat. Inhale to lift the arms. We're going to hold here. Again, all those same options available to you. One more breath. Beautiful. We'll inhale to lift the arms if they weren't already lifted, and exhale into warrior two. So our right hand comes forward, our left hand comes back. We're opening our hips to the long edge of the mat, stepping your left foot back a little bit, front heel in line with the back arch, right knee still bending. We'll inhale to straighten the right leg, bringing the palms together overhead. And exhale, sinking our hips down. Warrior two, pinkies back. Inhale. And exhale, warrior two. We'll do that one more time, flowing with your breath. Awesome, and then holding here. And just notice if you have a tendency to reach kind of forward here. Our head is above our heart and our heart is above our pelvis, so pull your body back so it's nice. Beautiful. On your next inhale, we're going to straighten the front leg. We'll exhale to bring the arms in. We'll set that back foot to meet the front, coming back to the top of our mat, Tadasana, mountain pose. We inhale to sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, bending the knees, hinging forward from the hips, forward fold, Padhastasana. Inhale, the hands to the shins or the thighs as you find a nice long neck. We'll exhale to bring the hands to the mat. We're going to step our feet back and lift our hips so we're coming back to our downward facing dog. We're going to inhale to lower the knees to the mat, lifting the gaze as we lower the belly, and exhale, untuck the toes, send the hips back for a child's pose. Cycle of breath here. Now you have the option to stay there, or we'll do that little flow one more time. You can inhale to all fours, lowering the belly, lifting the gaze. Exhale to tuck the toes and lift the hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, coming back to all fours, lowering the belly, lifting the gaze. Untucking the toes as you exhale, send the hips back, child's pose. Take a couple of breaths here. So you might like to keep the arms stretched out long. You might even lift the palms so the fingertips are on the ground. Or you might bend the elbows and stack the hands and rest your head upon them. Take one last cycle of breath, inhaling lots of love in and exhaling lots of love out. Awesome. From here we're going to come and lay down on the mat on our bellies for shavasana, locust pose. So I'm going to bring the legs together, really together. We're going to bring our forehead down to the mat as well. Now the arms can either come alongside the body, palms up or down on the mat, depending on what feels right in your shoulders. Or you might bring the hands together behind you, clasping them, interlacing the fingertips, and pushing them down and away. As you inhale, you're going to lift the head, lift the chest, lift the feet and legs off of the mat, and exhale to plant them back down. Inhale, lifting head, chest, feet and legs, shavasana, locust, and exhale, bring them back down. This time as we inhale, we lift and we hold here as you exhale. Inhaling again, exhaling, holding. We'll take one more breath in and exhale to release our locust pose. Let's bring our hands underneath the shoulders. We'll push up to all fours, send the hips back, child's pose. A nice counter stretch. After that hyperextension of the spine, we forward fold. Wonderful. As you inhale, we're going to lift the head, walk the hands in, and swing the legs round, and come to lay on our back. Make sure you've got some space behind you. So we're going to bring the soles of the feet to the ground. We're going to flow between bridge and the wind relieving pose. So the soles of the feet are on the floor. You're walking them in towards your bottom. Knees are bent, and we're going to keep the knees about hips distance apart. If you like, you can bring a block in between your thighs, or you can imagine you've got one there. As you inhale, you're going to press into your feet. You're going to lift the hips, chest towards chin,
You can bring your arms overhead as well, so the backs of the hands are on the ground behind you. And as you exhale, you're going to slowly roll back down. Once the hips meet the earth, you're going to bring your knees into your chest, catch the knees with the hands. This time as you inhale, you're going to lift your feet towards the ceiling so the legs are straight and the arms go overhead like they did a moment ago. So making a capital L shape with your body. And as you exhale, hugging the knees in towards your chest, brief squeeze, and planting the feet down on the ground. Inhaling, lifting into bridge, pressing into the feet, quads and glutes engaging, chest towards chin, chin towards sky. Exhale, slowly rolling all the way back down, hips meeting the earth, hugging the knees in. Inhale, capital L shape with the body, so nice long legs, nice long arms. And exhale, knees in towards your chest. We flow one last time, bringing the feet down to the ground. We inhale to lift the hips, lift the chest, the arms. Exhale, slowly making your way back down, hips meeting the earth, knees in for a hug. Last time, capital L shape with the body, feet towards the ceiling. And exhale, knees in towards chest, and we're going to hold here. So you can bring your knees tight together. Or if that feels a bit uncomfortable in your hips, or you simply just want to give yourself more space to breathe, you can draw your knees away from each other. Let's take one more breath here. Wonderful. Let's keep the knees, bring the knees back together, keep the knees bent, keep the legs where they are. We're going to open up the arms to the sides. Now if you're like me and you've got a wall next to you, you might want to cactus the arms. We'll take a breath in, and as we exhale, we're going to come into a twist. So we're going to drop our knees, both of them, towards the right side of the mat. We're going to keep both shoulder blades on the ground. We're just going to hold this twist. If you like, you can turn your gaze towards the left. So knees to the right, gaze to the left. Wonderful, beginning to wind down. We inhale to bring the knees back to center. Bring the gaze back as well. And as you exhale, this time twisting opposite direction. So knees to the left, gaze to the right, both shoulder blades on the earth. Option to close your eyes. I always like to see a twist, like you're wringing out all the stress, the tension on the body and the spine. Let's take one last cycle of breath in. Awesome. We'll inhale to bring the knees back to center, the gaze back to center. Then we'll exhale to come into shavasana. So you might like to send your legs out long. So your legs might be down the mat, feet flopping to the side, arms resting either a little bit away from the body. You might like to bring your hands to your belly. I invite you to close your eyes if they're not already closed. Let's take a breath in together. And as you exhale, exhale out of the mouth. I invite you to allow any tension, gripping or holding in any part of your body to slowly melt away. With your head resting on the earth, shoulders and elbows resting on the ground. Your back and hips. Your glutes and calves. The backs of your heels. Now I invite you to stay here, laying down for as long as you like. Or if you need to get on with your day, then roll to your right side. Slowly press yourself up to sitting. And then to cross legs, hands resting on your knees or in your lap. Take one last breath in. One last breath out together. Drawing your hands together at your heart. Bowing your head with gratitude. Thanking the body, thanking the breath, thanking life. May this practice serve all sentient beings. May all beings be happy, healthy and free. I hope you go on to have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining me.